Hello everyone, it's Peter here, Piotr Fisner from the Screen Protector and the Inte team. Guys, in today's episode we've got a PS5. I have to open it. Customer was asking to replace the HDMI port. I didn't check if the port is loose or anything. Doesn't look loose. Does it look any damage? Doesn't look damaged to me. Maybe with a light. Sorry, excuse the light because it will be too bright. Okay, yes, one pin is a bit odd. Oh gosh, okay, on the other side, yes, and you can see the damage. So yes, I can't plug it in. I don't want to plug it in to not risk shortening it. In that case, let me open the PS5, yes, and then let's take it, Okay, I'll put it here, I'll pause, and I'll come back when I'll open and we will have a board out. Be right back. Oh, I did ask ChatGPT how to, oh, that's a wrong share, that's the one. How to replace, you can read it if you want, but yeah, ChatGPT can't help you replace the port, so you're doing it on your own risk. And you can pause and you can see what it wrote. I'm going to unscrew everything and be right back. Pause. Now I unpaused the disassembly, I mean the recording. I want to show you only how many screws there is. For those who don't know, there is over 60 screws as far as I remember. I might remember it wrong, but from what I remember it is. So yeah, it's quite a bit. It's worth to take in a photo. If you don't take it don't do it on the regular basis. Take the photo at the top. If you don't know how to open it, you just do like that into the one top corner, and then it's sliding off on both sides. You can do it. I'm doing this just to not scratch it. Normally you don't have to do it. The only other reason why you would do it is just to get rid of the dust, yes, which is compiling here. So for those two reasons, yes, it's worth. Other than that, it's not worth. And then when you reach this point, you can segregate screws onto another pile, take another photo from this, and that's it. When you're dealing with them, it's worth to have a bit of the liquid metal as well. It's worth to order it and just let it lie in somewhere, because sometimes you need to just top up, sometimes you don't need to top up. It's better to have it's better to have rather than not have it. Yes, that's just worth mentioning. I'll open it to the end. Let's have this board out and let's start removing the old damaged port. Okay, so for those who are wondering, there are only those screws, and there is only one black screw, which is here. There's no any other screws out there. This you don't have to remove. It should go off as far as I remember, and I remember it right. So only this black you need to remember, which is from the bottom side where this rounded thingy is here. Okay, I don't know if that's visible. Okay, now it's visible. So where that thing is, it's just the one black screw, and that's here. I'll finish it off. Still only wanted to get more info for you guys. Okay, for those who haven't done it, this connector here, I prefer to do it this way. I'm putting it this way so that the fan is here, and then I'm using my hand to hold from both sides, because that's the least damage, at least for me. You can put something small underneath as well and pull, but you've got a metal here, and you need to put your nails against and pull it, then it will go out. That's worth mentioning as well if you haven't done it yet. It can be confusing for some people. So that's me, board is out, only there is a mess with a liquid metal that will need some tidy up after. For now we need to focus on this. Yes, on this. That's an HDMI port. So yeah, I'll organize myself here, put the well, I don't need to put actually the for now we need to use only hot air, so I'll organize myself and let's do it. Okay guys, so I'm setting up my SMD workstation. Let's put this here of this so that it's loose. Let's remove this thingy, which I need to remember to put after. If you see anything which is foam anywhere on the Xbox Series S as well or X, remove those foams, you know, about that space. If you want, always remove those. You will, I'll remove even this one, you will face a burn, and you'll know that you should do it. There's more foams? No. Okay. So yeah, now it's loose here, it's fine. All I need is a tweezer, yes, and I'll set up my hot air, my new hot air, onto the SMD work. That's 480. Soldering station, no, that's SMD work, so it's the opposite way. Okay, so the top is 480, so no, I'll put, well, let's put 400 degrees, and I'll be using only about half here, so I'll be using only about quarter of a speed. Now guys, the important part is to not hit only the port, but as well the board. This board has to take the hotness, and then, you know, then you can take it off. Because it's taking several minutes, I'll pause, and you know, and then I will unpause when I will be doing it. Okay guys, so this new rework station works in a different way than my one. I have to say that I had to increase the temp to 450 degrees because nothing was doing, you know, the way I wanted. And my speed of air is over the half. Don't know how loud it is, but it's acceptable here. So yeah, but now at least I can see the difference in if there's something happening or not. Before I couldn't. I've added solder as well to the pads, so I see that these pads are still not melting. Yes, but the solder was melting okay on them. So yeah, now I need to just wait when the solder will melt on them. But that's those settings I need to memorize so that I'll know how to, you know, how to approach each repair. I see that my one, I feel it, you know, that my one should be weaker, but it doesn't look like it was weaker, and this one looks like it's 670 watts, well 660 something, and it's looking like it's not stronger than my one was. So I'm just curious. As well, I've got a tip. I shouldn't have a tip, but at the end of the day, I should still be able to do with a tip. It's just less comfortable, but I should be able. So yeah, I could take off the tip. That could help. But I've forgotten to take off the tip. And as well, you know, it's 450 degrees written on it, Celsius, yes, how many it is in Fahrenheit? 836 in Fahrenheit. And it still doesn't want to let go. I've added this solder, so it should, you know, melt quicker. I'm tempted to remove that tip, to be true. Because with this tip, of course, it's, you know, taking more hassle. I'll increase the airflow to the 3/4, because 450 degrees should let it go, but because I'm moving this left to the right, I mean in the circle, I wanted to have more airflow so that it allows to, you know, warm up the surface. Yes. I'm telling you, it's not the same settings for sure than my one was. Add more flux. I don't know if that will help. On my flux stuck, so I need to use needle to take it through. But okay, let's use the technique to heat up only one parts. Should always leave some space in between the nozzle and the surface. Should never close this because you can burn your heat element. Okay, the solder is melting. I can touch it with my on both. On this. On the second side is of course not yet. But the port is not ready. Oh, now it's melting on this side as well. So this solder is loose on both sides, but the port is not ready to let go. Nowhere near. You know what? Let's change the side of this board and let's start to heat up from the top. I've got this small fuse which is on the side of the port, so if I would lose it I can install a new one. But it's 450 degrees and 3/4 of a speed, and it's taking so much time. Even with use now, I've spent some time. You can see that it's not letting go, so I can't compare it to my one. My one would do by now. Okay, putting more solder to the sides. Guys, I'll pause it because it's really time consuming and I need to see how it will do. I don't want to increase the temp or the airflow. I want to just check it out how it will go and then decide what to do. If no, I'll use my hot air station to finish it off. Okay, so it went okay, and we can say that it's successful. It's just taking a lot of time and hassle. I'll deal with my son. So this station goes down to the 100 degrees, and I can say that I can't use it with a nozzle on, because the nozzle on is taking more time. So then I will be able to compare with my one when I will have no nozzle. So yeah, that can go on the hot air. I'll leave it for now. It's 200 degrees, so nearly to finish, like 190 degrees, nearly to finish the cooling off process. 180, 177, good. Now I need to switch under the microscope, so I'll be right back. Yes guys, unfortunately my screen has frozen. I can't do anything about it. I've tried everything, so let's call it a part 1, and part 2 will be cleaning these pads here, replacing solder with a leaded solder, and soldering the new port. Okay, so I will that's what I will do in the part number 2. I'm sorry for that, but I can't do anything, and I'm not editing videos. I don't have time to edit videos, so in that case I can't, you know, I can't go extra mile. I've got tons of work to do, so I wouldn't record at all and just leave it the way it is. Yes, so see you in the part 2. Thank you and bye bye.